Let's put this picture back up. Go. Yeah, guys, just be aware of Jack Cortera, right? He's been brawling as fuck lately. He's been unhinged, all right? But anyways, welcome to the Shift 3 meeting. Anything from Shift 2 should know about? Anyone with the TLDR?
No.
No?
Anything that might spill over?
No.
No.
Great. Damn.
No?
Not
Okay.
exciting, all right.
All right, easy.
All right. Mackie, I have anything from command?
Not that I've seen. Nothing really going on right now. I think it's been pretty chill, just based on
Just a chill ass day.
yeah, it's been pretty fucking chill. Yeah, nothing crazy, nothing pertinent. Just the announcements like we've been talking about for the last 3 days, and that's about it.
All right. Well, sounds like we should do our jobs now.
All
All
I mean,
right.
I can check. Maybe I missed something. Hold on.
Okay.
What's the status of motor unit stuff? Are we still in sort of limbo land with that? Like we don't use it really much?
No, I'm not. I've put a lot of feedback out there. We're still trying to nail it down. I think I can talk to you off to the side if you want, but it's there was a situation yesterday that really put a lot of this shit into perspective for me, and it was kind of more like aligning to what I thought would be the right thing to do with it. Just assume like this: there was two people run out of Bay City on a bike, so we get two motor units. They swap to two S Plus cars. We kind of were like, all right, let's chill out so we're not chasing cars around and getting up their ass the whole time. And then I peel off. The price was still on that. And I don't know if he was tight on it or what, but then another motorcycle came back and I was out of the picture. He was kind of out of it, and then they just took off. So it's kind of hard to figure out a balance when, you have the possibility of them coming up. And if we're supposed to kind of take a back seat, it's really difficult to figure out what we're supposed to do. Yeah, so it's kind of, if you got ideas, I'd love to hear them, just so we can figure out, so we're not, being too strong with our tools is the idea.
I mean, I would recommend.
Go ahead,
Bloom.
Sorry, I was just gonna ask genuinely. This isn't me being sarcastic. What was the problem? Were people attaching to B classes?
I guess it's just it's kind of using it as a standard patrol unit, if that makes sense. Where we're getting on everything. And while I can understand the frustration, especially when you're on a lower class vehicles, the bike you can make calls and have coffee and all that shit while you're doing it. It's really not too hard, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So that
I've lost B classes and A
feel
classes.
like we just take care of that,
Times.
Yes, I've lost things too. I've lost a fucking truck, like a semi truck with it. So it's if they're good enough, but these are people that are actually really skilled. I think we're trying not to crack down too hard on the lessers. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I feel that.
So the way I run K9 is that only my handlers really know what we can and can't do with the K9s. I'm very intentionally vague with people outside the department, and especially with civilians, what we can and can't do. And that mystique and unknowing is one of our greatest assets. I feel like as soon as the civilian population starts to learn when we're going to show up with a motorcycle and when we're not, I wish this wasn't the case, but you are absolutely within days going to see tailor-made plans that exist solely to tailor perfectly to our new procedure.
Yes. And don't get me wrong, I know that. And I am being kind of vague on purpose without stating, too much. I mean, if they want to fucking pull a fucking van out and try to get away from us, go ahead. We don't really need motor, so they'll still get their ass kicked, I feel like. But, I feel like that kind of stuff we can talk about. Otherwise, there's still a bit more I want to discuss, and I'm waiting on a bit more feedback. I gave that instance and wanted people to kind of check it out and see what the hell's going on. But it's I'm trying to loosen the pressure a bit and see how it works without being completely on it the entire time, so we'll see how that works out.
We should just get that crappy highway patrol motorcycle that they have sometimes up in Grapeseed. I've used it twice in the last month. The thing is slow but holy shit, it looks cool, it feels cool, it sounds cool. I'm sure criminals wouldn't mind if it was like, okay, we're not going to use that unless there's a motorcycle, but when there's not a motorcycle, we'll use these crappy like local motorcycles that make us feel cool, and we can still go about as fast as a Crown Vic, maybe. In A mode,
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, fuck, I don't give a shit. If you want to
I
grab
mean-
one, I don't care.
I've tried, but it's hard to find those goddamn things.
Yeah, it's just
I'm
a
sure
lot
it-
to look around for them.
Oh yeah, I should do that. Well, if the commissioner can find us money in the budget, I'm sure they can find us like cars, motorcycles that literally already exist in the city.
And I mean, if it's
Give
too
us-
strong,
give us
like in
one.
certain ways, like, you know, we got mechanics in the city that can, you know, tune them up, right? Like we could change the way they behave too, if need be.
Yeah.
So that
That's
might be
awesome.
another option. We'll see.
That would
Be
be,
awesome.
that would be cool. Like
It'd be awesome if it
patrol-
was like less good off road, like than the other one, but it also the trade off would be like it was better on long straightaways on the highway.
I'm thinking
like
more
an
of the one we
actual-
have now to tune them to
Oh.
make it a little bit more of a standard patrol, maybe.
Mm.
But then
Yeah,
the
I mean,
other
it-
bikes would have to follow suit.
I mean, people certainly know that. I mean, there's no doubt that people know that when there's a motorcycle on them, they just need to hit a highway or something, and that motorcycle is going to.
That's a bit of my confusion. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I mean,
got very obvious weaknesses that everyone's very
It's
willing
like
to
the
exploit.
only the only Bs and Cs I chase are the ones that are very much off-road vehicles, which we have to be on. You know, so it's just like if it's not one of those, it can just dust us in a straight, and that's not
It's-
uncommon knowledge. Like that's
and everything you guys are talking about are literally it's
Yeah.
been the feedback's been given, and you know I'm working on it. I'm fighting for it. You know me. I'm not gonna like just let it go into the sunset and say, all right, we're
Yeah,
just
for
going to
sure.
stick on bikes, because I don't think that's too good either. Because you
Fight
know
the good
there's
fight.
always that possibility, and you know yeah we can't predict where they are and when they're gonna show up, but you know if they're parked like the interceptors were in the beginning, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult. I feel like. 'Cause
only
they're
that-
going to be in and out so quick that you're never going to get to them.
not only that, but is anyone even going to 37 calls now? Because to be honest with those, I mean,
Yeah. I went to one earlier, and when I showed up, there was a guy on a motorcycle. And as soon as
Yep.
I showed up, he just got on the motorcycle, ignored me, got onto it. I pointed a gun in his face. He just got onto it, drove away. I was like, all right,
Yep.
well, I guess you got away with it this time.
Well, I mean, I would bring a fucking bike down to 37s. I still see them as being probably the best unit for it, because they're all running.
100% they are.
I wouldn't.
100%
I
they
wouldn't.
are,
I
but-
wouldn't. I wouldn't park him for that.
I agree.
Well, I mean, due to the announcement and the phrasing, it is very much don't have it out to lay eyes on a motor, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So I don't
mean,
wanna- I don't wanna
maybe-
show up to a
maybe
37.
You'll have to work in tandem with somebody on that then.
Yeah.
Get somebody as for eyes, and then you push in.
I'm gonna go take my 95.
Oh,
yeah, I gotta
okay.
help. I'm gonna help with
All right.
that.
That's kind of the sit rep. I mean, it's obviously still in the works, and don't take anything for face value. Little disclaimer there. We're working on it. We'll see what we can do with it. I'm still pulling it out to kind of just get a vibe, just to figure it out, because you know with practice and trying to figure out. I have to practice with it, otherwise we won't figure something out. Anyway,
All right. So go out there and do our jobs, I guess, and respond to 77s.
thanks. Do your job. Respond to
What?
77. Speak up on the radio and pay attention. I